Hi everyone. So this will be my presentation for President of VSA. So I'll be focusing on the main idea of VSA, which I recognize was the sense of community. So all students when first came here, they all feel really like overwhelmed because it's a pretty big campus, especially for Vietnamese students and especially for international Vietnamese students. So I think that sense of community that VSA brings really helps with new students so that they will not feel that overwhelmed. So for activities that I would propose or I would do if I were to become president would focus more on other activities other than eating, because there were a lot of eating activities as I noticed. So once a week, maybe as usual, on Friday eat outside, but not necessarily eating. We can have like a game night, like the one recently that was hosted a couple weeks ago at Triton. That I think it's because some minor reason not a lot of people came. And then I would also focus on a couple of big events such as for TED. So right now in my mind, I'm thinking about since cooperating with U of R VSA, since TED is a pretty big event, and I think it would be a good opportunity for branding RIT VSA. So that I think it would be beneficial for us to cooperate with U of R. So that I would focus on that as like the biggest event, and also for the eating, I think it's not necessarily just eat outside. We can do cook ourselves and eat together, and also some other. And for side activities, I think the scavenger hunt was like a really good one. So I'm thinking more of that, just to kind of branch out to other people, to people in RIT to know about us. In addition to that, the fundraising at the beginning of the year, as I recall, that was, I would say in a sense, pretty successful. But I think if we were, let's say, other than Vietnamese coffee, we can make something that is more unique, such as egg coffee. I mean, it's hard to make, but it's not impossible. I think that would attract more. And the hiking one was also a good one. So those are what I had in my mind right now. So thank you for listening. Questions?
Okay, so you mentioned cooperating with University of Rochester.
Yep,
during TED event.
Yes.
Do you have like a rough plan of how that would work?
Can you be a little, so
Like,
as in rough plan, you mean like
how do you want to like say we cook something, they cook something, we join together in a banquet, or you want like to play games together?
Oh, right.
Something like that.
So from what I saw recently with their events, since they have a pretty big community, VSA community over there, and their event is pretty big, so I think if we cook something, they cook something, and join together as a banquet, and probably play some board games after that. So that's what I had in my mind right now.
don't you think if you cooperate with UFR, then the event is going to be too big to manage? And also, tech is like an event for people to get together, you know, so the smaller it is, I think the better. Because during tech, I just want to talk to the people around me, like in RIT, not like people in UFR, which are total strangers to me.
I'm sorry, can you clarify a little bit on that last part when you say with like just people?
Yeah, because so in tech, I just want to talk with like people around RIT because
Okay.
they're close to me, and I don't want to interact with, you know, strangers from UFR. So I think the whole point of tech is for people to like get
Right.
together.
So in my mind, the idea of VSR is not just VSR in one school, but VSR in
VSA.
like I mean VSA. Why did I say off? Well, the letters are close enough, so VSA. So it's more of like this community in like an area. So not just like VSA in RIT, VSA in UFR. It's more of like VSA in this area. So it's like building a bigger community instead of like small community that basically serves the same purpose.
Also,
Yeah.
you mentioned that TED is one of your big events.
Yeah.
It might also be the biggest. Do you have any like other big events that you might plan on doing?
So another one that that just came across my mind was maybe is probably maybe the barbecue at the beginning of the year where we have more people. So I think that would be one I would be focused on. So also just to add a point to that barbecue, the past orientation during the club fair at the beginning of the year, when I came to the VSA table, it wasn't really advertised really well. So I think that it's also something that I would like to change. More on that to change is to make something that would stand out more and catch more attention instead of like just small ornaments from Vietnam. We can make like a board and present the cultural to, because in my mind that is the not only the opportunity to recruit and to get more new students, but also a good opportunity to show other students that are non-Vietnamese our cultural. Yeah.
I heard that you're going to be an RA next year. Is it true?
Unfortunately, I got declined. So.
Oh, okay. So I was wondering if you can, you know, manage your time between RAs and.
Right.
But it's not usually.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I got declined. So.
Okay, I have a question. So you're talking about like eating is just not just about eating outside, but also cooking ourselves.
Yeah.
And also you mentioned other like cooking events like TED. So how are you gonna manage the budget? Because cooking is quite expensive
Right.
as well.
So I think so I don't know exactly the number that our club has right now, but I think the fundraising, instead of just selling Vietnamese coffee, as I've mentioned, if we sell something unique like egg coffee, that can probably gain more profit. And since we are so correct me if I'm wrong, I believe we are officially an RT club. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So since we're an official RT club, we can plan out everything first and then ask for a budget from the school. So I think that leave one of the way to get the funding. Any other questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.